Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today is Thursday the 18th of March 2021. My name is Dan Kita from Thailand. In this video, I like to talk about the true Dhamma or Nirvana for only people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who want to attain this life, you have to listen to me only. Aha! Because I have attained Nirvana for 19 years, I'm ready to help everyone on this earth attain Nirvana this life as well. I'm ready, but are you ready? It's up to you. The topic to speak in this video is nature, aware of nature. It's not about there is something or there is nothing. Why did I say that? Let me explain. You know, the following story I will say is not ridiculous, but it's very hard to understand, or hardly impossible to understand. Or you don't want to understand it because you have never heard someone say like me before. So, first of all, you must open your mind to listen with intent to listen seriously and try to understand every story I convey and without prejudice to me. When you listen to me, you must consider along as I said over and over again. Aha! Until it goes into your heart. Then you will understand it. Aha! Aha! And finally, you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana this life. You know, Dhamma or food or Nirvana. It's not possible to teach it rather because there's nothing to teach. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is a pure religion. It's universal truth. It doesn't have the functional language to say. Aha! So, the true Dhamma in Buddhism is not in Phat Thai Pitok. It's not in the teaching of Monk Ronan, but it's in your thought. Aha! It's in my thought. You know, if you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in this video and consider along as I said over and over again. Over and over again. Aha! Until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it. And finally, you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana this life. Please bear in mind. Before talking about the true Dhamma in Buddhism, let me say something. Let's take a look on this chart. For those who are interested in Buddhism, whether a Thai or a foreigner. Buddhism teaches people to achieve nirvana in this life. Buddhism cannot solve life problem because our true self does not really exist. Happiness or suffering is just an idea. It happens for us to learn. It doesn't happen for us to manage. And most important, it doesn't really exist. No one in the world can let go. No one can stop thinking. There is only crazy people want to stop thinking. Please keep in mind, you will become smart and wisdom to achieve nirvana in this life. Okay, and there are a lot of people who lack wisdom in this world, which want to letting go suffering and live happily forever. It is impossible because our true self does not really exist. And there are many foolish people on this planet who believe that this is our true self. Those who will understand this story, it must be counted individually that how many people in this world and no one can help anyone from suffering. We have to help ourselves only. How to help ourselves from suffering? You must realize your thought only. And acting and answering Dhamma problem or life problem in Dhamma conversation cannot solve the doubt until you can realize your thought. This is the best way. Okay. Oh. A full belief that suffering, happiness, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, son, pressure, etc. is mine. And suffering, happiness, depression, and anxiety doesn't have the owner. Okay. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is not possible to teach each other because there is nothing to teach. This is the reason that I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you for understanding about the various idea or thought process. Because the idea is the heart of quenching of all suffering. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in this video. And consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it. And finally, you will have opportunity to attain nirvana in this life. The following story I will say or everything I have already said. I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process. Can you understand me? And the following example I will show you consists of. Okay. The following example I will show you consists of. The first one is a bottle of water, and the second one is a goat, and meow, meow, meow. You can know that what does it mean? A cat, and a tiger, and the last one is a guitar. You know, don't get bored of this example, because this example can help you to understand about the various idea or thought process. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in this video. Please bear in mind. The topic to speak in this video, I say, nature aware of nature. It's not about there is something or there is nothing. I said it, that is sound strange. I said it, that is sound strange. Because you have never heard someone say like me before. First of all, you must open your mind to listen with intent to listen seriously and without prejudice to me. And try to understand every story I convey and consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it. You know, nothing more to study than it. The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about human existence. I say, what you see now, you see in the way you see. You see in the way you see. In the true Dhamma in Buddhism, we call nature aware of nature. Have you ever heard someone say like me before? Not at all. Meditation and mindfulness training cannot solve life problem. This is the best way. This is the best way to end all suffering. Please bear in mind. From now on, I like to talk about there is something and there is nothing. In reality, I show you like this. It doesn't mean there is something and it doesn't mean there is nothing. You see in the way you see. Or I say, it doesn't mean there is something or there is nothing. I say this, does it sound weird? Aha! I said it, does it sound weird? As soon as you hear or ba, we call nature aware of nature. In the true Dhamma, we call you hear in the way you hear and you see in the way you see. The story in this talk, I want you to understand about nature aware of nature. Nature aware of nature is not about there is something or there is nothing. I show you like this. It doesn't mean there is a pen in my hand. It doesn't mean there is nothing. But you were taught to believe. I show you. You were taught to believe there is a pen in my hand and there is nothing. If you believe that there is a pen in my hand or there is nothing, it means the various idea or thought process. I show you like it. If you believe that there is a pen in my hand or there is nothing, it means the various idea or thought process. Have you ever heard someone say like me before? No, not at all. The story in this talk is very hard to understand, or hardly impossible to understand, or you don't want to understand it because you have never heard someone say like me before. In reality, This story is very simple to understand. When you listen to me, you must consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. You will understand it. You know, what you see right here now from birth to death, there is only nature aware of nature. What you see right here now from birth to death, there is only nature aware of nature. It doesn't mean anything. It's not mean anything. You know, what you see now, or what you hear now, bah, meow, 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 or I show you like this. It doesn't mean a man is playing a guitar. No, not at all. You see in the way you see and hear in the way you hear. We call nature aware of nature. It's very simple to understand. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in this world. You know, if you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering. The following story I will say, please believe it's true temporarily. That first understanding is rather in this talk. You know, until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering. And finally, you can live without wanting happiness and without suffering. Okay. Following example I will show you can help you to understand about the thought process. Okay. Aha! As soon as you see this, as soon as you see this word, which shows that a cat, as I told you, please believe it's true temporarily. For understanding is other in this with all. But in reality, what you see now, it doesn't mean a cat. It has no meaning as we are studying. We call nature aware of nature. But in this talk, please believe it's true temporarily. That for understanding is other in this with all. Until you can realize your thought. Okay, after that you see a cat. There will be an image like it. Oh, in your thought. Can you realize your thought? As soon as you see this word, which wrote that a cat, there will be aha. And as soon as you hear, where can I find? Where can I find? Meow, meow. Oh, where can I find? Meow, meow, meow. As soon as you hear, meow, 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 you interpret into what you see now. But in reality, what you see now, it doesn't mean a cat. It doesn't mean anything, but you were taught to believe from birth to death. What you see now is a cat. And when you hear, meow, 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 where can I find meow, meow? Where can I find meow? No, you were taught to believe. It means, as I said, as soon as you hear, meow, 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 can you realize your thought? There will be an image in your thought. Okay, the next example. Aha! A goat, as soon as you see this word, a goat, you interpret into what you see now. Aha! A cute goat. Wow! A goat say, bah, bah, bah. A goat say bah. As soon as you see this word, which wrote that, a goat, you can't read it. You can't understand in the meaning of what you see now, but in reality, you see in the way you see, and you hear in the way you hear. Bah, 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 bah. It doesn't mean a goat, but you were taught to believe. Bah, bah, it means what you see now. In reality, nature, aware of nature, because what you see over here now from birth to death, it doesn't mean anything, it's not mean anything, but you were taught to believe in the meaning of the fictional language. Can you understand me? But as soon as you see this, you see in the way you see. It doesn't have this word. But as soon as you see it, there will be an image like this in your thought. Okay. The next one. As soon as you see this word, this sentence, this word, a bottle of water, you were taught to believe. Yeah, this word, it means what you see now. But in reality, what you see now, you see in the way you see, or nature, aware of nature. It's not about there is something or there is nothing. What you see over here now from birth to death, it's not about there is something or there is nothing. Please bear in mind, as soon as you see this word, you were taught to believe in the meaning of a bottle of water. A bottle of water will lead to what you see now. Can you understand me? But as soon as you see this, it doesn't have a bottle of water. Can you realize your thought? Or as soon as you see this sentence which wrote that, I love you, you can understand in the meaning of I love you. You interpret into something as you like, and you want to keep it for a long time. You like the meaning of I love you. Where can I find the meaning of I love you? It's just a thought. But in reality, what you see now, it doesn't mean I love you, but you were taught to believe what you see now is I love you. You see in the way you see. What you see now, we call nature, aware of nature. It's not about there is something or there is nothing. Can you understand me? Or listening, I hate you. You don't like the meaning of I hate you because you were taught to believe in the meaning of I hate you. You want to kick it out. you don't like the meaning of I hate you. But in reality, what you see now, which know that I hate you or I love you, in reality, it doesn't mean I love you. It doesn't mean I hate you. It has no meaning. In reality of true Dhamma in Buddhism, we call nature aware of nature. I show you like this. It doesn't mean a man is walking and I show you like this. It doesn't mean a man playing a guitar. You see in the way you see and you hear in the way you hear. All that I said, I want you to understand about the first idea or thought person. Can you understand me? If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in this video and consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you can realize your thought. Until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering in this life. Please bear in mind,